So when it comes to collecting Pokemon cards, I am legitimately having the best time of my life right now. I am having so much fun. If you're new to the channel, we are trying to collect every single Pokemon card in essence. So we are going through every master set, starting with the original base set, and we are collecting everything. Not first edition yet. That's like a future goal. But by December 31st, 2026, so the end of next year, I want to have every single master set completed, base all the way up to whatever the current set is at that time, without excluding first edition sets, and then like the specialty like promo sets like McDonald's sets, Dragon Vault. I'm not going to worry about those. We'll worry about those after the fact. But the era, well, not the era, but like the block of like 3-ish sets that has me the most nervous is the e-reader sets, because those cards are super expensive, and they have been very expensive for a long time. I had a lot of bulk from just a ton of sets, not so much mid-era stuff, but a lot of other sets, which has helped a lot. Starting this thing out, I had no idea how much work it was going to take to try and like sort through everything, binder everything up. It's still like this massive, overwhelming project that I'm going through time and time again. But before Worlds, I had somebody reach out to me from Germany who watches the channel, and they said, "Hey, Fanny," they messaged me on Instagram, and they said, "Hey, I just bought a bunch of e-reader stuff, and I don't need all of it because I got a lot of duplicates. So I was wondering if you needed any." So it took me a while to get back to them because I was so busy with everything else going on, and ran through some other stuff too. And finally I got back to them, and they had a bunch of stuff for me. So they sent it to me before Worlds, and I just got it. I just picked it up. It's right here. And inside, like, I'm not even kidding you, I had like no bulk, common, uncommon, reverse holo, anything for the e-reader sets. We're talking Aquapolis, Skyridge, and it's like there's stuff in here. Expedition, like I can't even remember what we all agreed upon, but we're gonna crack into this, and finally I will be able to start bindering those 3 sets so I can get a feel for what I'm all missing. It's gonna get so expensive because the holographic rares are so pricey, but this is so much fun. We give ourselves like a year and a half to get through this, which is not like enough time probably, but at least it's a decent amount of time, so that way we're not spending like thousands upon thousands of dollars every single week. This is gonna get expensive, and I have a lot of fun ideas what to do with it once it's all complete, but you got to hit that subscribe button down below if you want to be a part of a journey, so let's go check this out. So I get a lot of questions on where I get these checklists from. So this is like Aquapolis right here. So I get these from tbcgames.com. I will leave a link in the description down below, but basically they've got a checklist for every single Pokemon card set that's ever come out, and it's pretty basic. Like, it's just like this, but it goes through everything that the set entails. For the most part, there are some cards actually that are missing from TBC Games as far as like some of like the secret rare cards go, but the collector app has the rest of them. So I've got Skyridge right here. I've got this one started as far as the binder goes. I'm not going to go through it. I'm missing a ton of this stuff. And then Expedition, I kind of started already a little bit. It's laid out a little bit better, but I do like printing the physical checklist, and then I just tape it to the outside of the binder. And as if you've followed the channel for a while now with this whole master set journey that we're on, every single binder that's being worked on has the checklist taped to the outside, and then it goes right back in its box. Once it's complete, then I take it out of the box and just recycle the box, and then I just leave it as that. So like, this is Expedition. I had a little bit of this already, not a whole lot, very, very little. So if I just kind of open it up right now, as you can see, the first page is completely empty. The second page is not completely empty. There is one card up there, which is the Charizard reverse holo. So I've got that one done, but there's supposed to be more in this box here as far as like commons and uncommons go. So I figured we would go through this. We'll work on Expedition a little bit, and then I will jump into Aquapolis. You guys don't have to, I don't want to bore you guys or anything like that. It's kind of fun. I don't know, it's fun going through everything. The reason that these sets scare me so much, I remember still being involved in Pokemon when it first came out. This is really cool. Look at this. Undaunted Scizor Holo. Look how good that is. Man, I was not expecting that. But I remember when these sets first came out, especially Skyridge, which was super underprinted. It was just like you couldn't find Skyridge anywhere. People were getting out of the hobby like crazy. This was at a time when Pokemon, which was originally printed by Wizards of the Coast, who also print Magic the Gathering cards, they were getting out of Pokemon. I don't know the exact story behind everything. I'm sure there's videos out there about like what happened, where things kind of fell apart, but they were selling off. Wizards of the Coast was selling everything off to Nintendo. And that's when Nintendo took over with the EX era. So here we've got some Expedition cards right here. And we'll kind of go through stuff and get it in the binders. And then we'll see how close we're going. And I'll update the collector app. So we've got Pichu right there. That's a rare, non-holo rare. Skarmory. This was also the first time where they started doing reverse holos as well. Tyranitar, look at that rare right there. Venusaur. There's the other Venusaur in Expedition. There's the Blastoise right there. There's a really cool Blastoise that's got the Wizards of the Coast Magic the Gathering background. There's 4 position only error cards with Blastoise that were printed as sample cards, so that's super cool. Obviously, that's just a normal one. The other Blastoise artwork right there, there's Meganium. So we've got some non-holo rares there. These got super expensive super fast, and they've been super expensive for a long time. As far as non-holo rares, even bulk common and uncommons, there's not really anything bulk related with this set because everything was, I don't want to necessarily, the term short printed gets overused a lot. So I don't want to call anything short printed jump. Oh my gosh, look at that muck. That is sick. Holy buckets. I don't want to use the term short printed, but it was just, people weren't really involved in Pokemon. Like what you see now with the demand for Pokemon, these are all Aquapolis, obviously, so I'm just going to set those to the side and we'll go through. I can do those on my own so you don't get too bored. I don't know, maybe we should just do like a chill stream one day and just kind of start working on everything. This is a lot to kind of get through right now. This is crazy. So here's some more Aquapolis right here, which we can kind of go through quickly. Victory Bell, Azumarill, Primeape, which is one of my favorite Pokemon right there, Quagsire, Blossom, Slowbro, Slowking. There's a Steelix right there, Sudowoodo, Suicune. There's actually a promo Suicune also. Same artwork, but different, obviously not. That's the Aquapolis from the set. But I remember buying some of these cards from like Troll and Toad a long time ago before people were getting back into the hobby. So this was probably like 2016, 2017, somewhere around there. So it wasn't like this huge thing for a lot of people, but even then, buying Skyridge cards, they were expensive. Even the commons and uncommons were expensive at that time. As we've got some holographic reverse holos like right now, this is going to be really cool. And these get pretty pricey, so it'll be interesting once I get things updated in my collector app to see that just kind of balloon in value. As we've got a reverse holo Cloyster right there. That's Expedition. Reverse holo Dugtrio from Expedition. This reverse holo Arbok is sick. The holographic rare I absolutely love. So that's Expedition right there. Same thing with the reverse holo Butterfree right there with the other Butterfree in the background. There's the Champ right there. And these are all, I would say, lightly played or near mint condition, which is nice. Charmander, Chikorita. We've got the reverse holo Clefairy, Corsola, and Cyndaquil right there. This is sick. And then we've got, this looks like a holographic rare Ampharos from Aquapolis. So that's pretty cool too. So we got some more Aquapolis cards here. The holographic Ampharos, which these actually started out with a letter, which is different than what you see with sets now. So Ampharos holo. There's the Entei holo, which is so cool. There's the Arbok non-holo rare. This is from Expedition. So we need this one. We need the Alakazam. We need the Octillery. We need the Parasect. That one is from Aquapolis, though. So is the Octillery. I want to make sure that I got the right cards. Executor from Aquapolis. Another Executor. There's the Electrode. Here's the Muck from Aquapolis. This is so good. Oh, look at that artwork. Man, they just do not make cards. I don't know. E-reader cards just hit differently. They're really, really cool. You got to let me know in the comment section down below if you have any of these. Which ones are your favorites? What you like. This is just, this is a challenge. This this is a challenge right here. This is very exciting to kind of go through all this. So here's some more Aquapolis trainers right here. Darkness Cube, Fighting Cube, Fire Cube. We've got Forest Guardian right there, Grass Cube, Healing Berry, Juggler from Aquapolis, Lightning Cube, Memory Berry. There's the Metal Cube, the Pokemon Fan Club, the OG, Pokemon Park right there, Psychic Cube, Seer, Super Energy Removal 2. There's the Time Shard and the Town Volunteers, Traveling Salesman, Undersea Ruins, Power Plant, Water Cube, Weakness Guard. Then you've got the Darkness Energy, Metal Energy, Rainbow Energy, Boost Energy, Crystal Energy, Warp Energy, and this is the Reverse Hollow Fire Cube. These are the first sets where they had Reverse Hollows. So like the end of Wizards of the Coast introduced Reverse Hollows, and then Master Setting became a lot more difficult, and set size started going up a lot as well. So now you have these much bigger sets. Here's the Wheezing from Expedition right there, which is super sick. So we need that one. I want to make sure that I got all these. Okay, yeah, got these in order. Then we've got some more. These are commons and uncommons, which we needed. Hitmonlee, Jinx, Kadabra, Magmar, Metapod, Poliwhirl, Pupitar, Quilava, that artwork is really good. Wartortle, which is super hype. We've got the Sleeping Bulbasaur right there, really cool looking card. Caterpie right there, and then we've got a holographic rare Golem, which we get to add to the stack, and then the Poliwrath as well, holographic rare from Expedition. And this is the box that just keeps on giving because we got a little bit more. So we were making we're making some huge dents in here, which is really good because this is one of those sets, I mean 3 of the sets that I just don't have a whole lot of. I'm still going to be missing a lot of Skyridge, but to be able to get a lot of the Aquapolis and Expedition, and we're still going to be missing a lot of holographic rares, don't get me wrong. So there's still going to be, there's a lot. Also, Aquapolis had crystals, which is also going to be a lot to deal with. So we'll get through it. We'll figure it out a little bit at a time. That's all you can do. A little bit at a time. We got over a year yet, so we'll just kind of keep plucking away at it. There's the holographic Fearow right there, so we can set that aside. And then we've got some more non-hollow, just uncommon and uncommon. So Chikorita, Corsola, that's such a sad Cubone. Look at that with the tear coming out of its eye. That's super cool. Cyndaquil, Diglett, there's the Krabby, Larvitar, Meryl, Pidgey, Poliwag, Ponyta, very cool looking Ponyta, Quillfish, Rattata, or Rattata, Shelder. This is like when they started with the claymation stuff too. Squirtle, there's the other Squirtle from Expedition, Totodile, Vulpix, and Bill's Maintenance right there. Then we've got the holographic rare Doug Trio, so we get to add that there. And then we've got some more Aquapolis cards here, which is super exciting. This is great. This is great. So, oh man. We've got the non-hollow Vileplume right there from Aquapolis, and then some more commons and uncommons. I believe a lot of these are going to be from Aquapolis then. So Bellsprout, Dodrio, Flaffy, Furret. There's Gloom right there with the stream in the background. Golduck, 2 Golducks, which is better than 1. Magnemite, Meryl. There's that Marowak, which is super cool. The Nidorino, Pupitar. We've got Seeking and Smoochum when baby Pokemon were a thing. Look at that Tyrogue right there, super cool. Voltorb, Weepinbell, Wooper, Apom, Bellsprout, Chinchou, Cubone. There's the Sleeping Drowsy. Looks like there's 2 of those as well, which is really cool. There's the Eevee, Execute, Goldeen, Grimer, and there's the good doggo right there. Growlithe. So there's some more Aquapolis cards right there, and the reverse hollow of the Juggler, which is really neat. And then we've got some more holographic rares here, it looks like, or at least 1 more holographic rare, maybe a couple. But we're just kind of going through all this. This is so big, so clutch. Oh my goodness. This is awesome. So then we've got the Clefable to start things off here. The holographic Clefable. from Expedition. This is going to be so nice that my first page isn't going to be completely empty. Then we've got some trainer cards here. So Copycat, Dual Ball, which was such a big card to play. Energy Removal 2, Energy Restore, Mary's Impulse. There's the Master Ball. There's the Multi-Technical Machine right there. Pokemon Nurse. Pokemon Reversal. This card was massive back in competitive play. Power Charge, same thing with this one. Professor Elm's Training Method. Professor Oak's Research. Super Scoop Up. Warpoint was big. A lot of competitive cards in Expedition. Moo Moo Milk. Switch. Then you've got Darkness Energy, Metal Energy. There's the Psychic Energy right there. There's the non-holo rare Weezing. Bayleaf, Dragonair, and Gloom. Which is really, really cool. Then here's the holographic rare Butterfree right there. Look at that. Oh man, that's so good. And like I said, condition on this is all pretty good, which is really, really nice. Then we've got just a few sleeves left here. So let's see what's in this one here. This is quite the goodie bag, it seems. So we've got the Expedition Reverse Holo Houndour right there. And then the Magikarp right there. So we get to fill in a little bit of our master set for some of these reverse holos. There's the Meowth. Then we've got the Poliwag right here. This is so clutch. Shelder right here, which is super exciting. Spearow. Then we've got a few reverse holo trainers, it looks like. So Energy Restore. Then we've got the Master Ball reverse holo right there. The Strength Charm reverse holo. The reverse holo Moo Moo Milk. Which is really cool. And then the Hoppip reverse holo, also from Expedition. Some more non-holo rare Aquapolis cards, it looks like, that we'll be able to add to that binder. So we've got the Zapdos right out of the gates. Very, very cool. So there's the non-holo Zapdos right there. So add that. And then this one back here is the Grass Cube reverse holo. This is all packaged really well too. Huge, huge shout out. Hitmonchan, Hitmontop, Horsey, look at that, so cool. Kangaskhan just overlooking the mountains right there. Larvitar, Lickitung, Magnemite, Mankey. Then we've got Mr. Mime, Nidoran, Oddish. Look at that, that is the most majestic Onyx I've ever seen. Paris, Phanpy, two Phanpys, Pinsir. There's Ponyta right there. There's the Porygon. Very, very happy Psyduck. Remoraid, Scyther. There's the Sentret right there. The Smeargle, always with the portrait in the background. Spinarak, Tangela, Togepi, and Wooper. And then last but not least, we've got this little Expedition bunch right here. I believe this is going to be a lot of non-holo rares. So we've got starting off big with the Gengar right away, which is super hype. There's the Pidgeot right there. Then we've got the Poliwrath, the Raichu, Rapidash, very majestic Ninetales, Golem, Kingler, there's the Machamp and the Magby, the Fearow, Clefable, Butterfree, here's the Meganium right here, very cool looking Meganium. Then we've got the Mew non-holo rare, which is clutch. Same thing with the Mewtwo right here, also very, very important. The Cloyster, this is so cool. Dragonite right here. Oh man, so we gotta get, this one's a little bit tight in there. So there's the Dragonite right there. The Doug Trio, and then last but not least, the Feraligatr. I think there was a 4-position only Feraligatr as well. At TCA Gaming would know a lot more about all this stuff than I would. So then basically what we do is we're gonna just kind of go through here and we're just gonna look at the numbers on the cards. And the hard part is like when you look at the numbers, so it's gotta start out, all of them are gonna start out, you know, H1. So like, but there's also reverse holos after all of them, which is why I print the checklist here. So we've got like, you know, the 1 is Alakazam, 2 is Ampharos, so you know that there's a standard set and a parallel set, or a holo rare and a reverse holo, basically, is how it all breaks down, I think. So I think it's just H1 through whatever it goes to, I can't even remember. The problem is like, I don't really want to mess up the bindering system, and then I have to go back and rebinder something. So like here with this Charizard, I don't even think that that's in the right spot. Because I think this Charizard right here, I think it's a different Charizard. So like this is number 6. So I think there's There's a holographic, and I think, yeah, there's two different Charizards. I think there's two different Charizards. So there's a different, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll just kind of go through and figure it out as we go. So this is number 14 right here. So like this Charizard would be 6 and 6, right? So this would be the holographic rare spot for Charizard and the reverse holo. Well, then you count 7 and 7, 8 and 8, 9 and 9, 10 and 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13. So the holo rare golem would go right there, would be number 14, and then the reverse holo would be on the first page right up there. So then like the Mewtwo over here, we've got the holographic rare Mewtwo. There would be a reverse holo Mewtwo right there. And it's just kind of going through everything. So like we've got the Poliwrath right here, which is number 24. So, I mean, Pichu is number 22, so the reverse holo would go there at 22. Then we've had 23, another 23, and then 24 right here would be the Poliwrath right here. So we would slide Poliwrath in there, and then we just kind of go through everything. All right, so to make things a little bit easier, I just kind of put everything in here. The first page is still really empty, but we do have the Butterfree holo in there at least, and then we start making a little bit. So it was just Charizard on all these pages, but now we got the holographic Clefable over there, the reverse holo Cloyster, and then we've got 3 in a row with the Dugtrios and the Fearow holographic Golem down here. Still a lot of holographic rares, as you can tell, that are missing right now from Expedition, but we have some now, which is good. Poliwrath, Raichu, Rapidash, then we've got Vileplumes and the Weezing, and now we start getting, we get a little bit more into the binder, so still missing a ton of reverse holos, but a lot of the rares we do have. Arbok, Blastoise up there, there's the other Blastoise, and Butterfree. There's the reverse holo Charizard, which we did already have, luckily, Clefable, and then we've pretty much got every single rare from here on out, and every single common and uncommon as well. I think we're only missing like just a couple, and a smattering of like reverse holos also. So like the Machamp we have there, there's the Mew and the Mewtwo, the Ninetales, the Pichu and Pidgeot. These are all just non-holographic rares. So this set is pretty massive when it comes to non-holographic rares. I believe Bayleaf right here starts the uncommon section. Remember, they didn't used to do it by like typing. They used to do it based off of rarity, by like alphabetical order based off of rarity. So we're moving into the uncommons right now, and then you move into the commons after that. So there's the Magmar. So you can see just a lot of like reverse holos all over the place that are missing, which is still a lot because reverse holos are unfortunately expensive. But I mean, at least we're getting somewhere. So like we've got the Charmander right here. Like I said, this is the most daunting of all the master sets. I know that. I mean, the mid-era stuff is daunting because of like the gold stars, but the Expedition, Aquapolis, Skyridge, those are tough to get bulk, like just a decent chunk at a time, because you don't see a whole lot of them. At least gold stars, you still see a lot. Yeah, they're super expensive. It's hard to find them raw, but they are out there at least. As you can tell, we made a decent dent in this one right here. So this is very, very exciting. I believe we're just missing like the strength charm for the trainers. So we're missing the strength charm right here, but everything else for the most part is pretty much done. And then I'm going to pick up some of the energy cards as well. So I will update my collector app if you want to. I'm doing a terrible job at updating that, but I will update it with all the Expedition stuff and all the Aquapolis stuff as well. So I will get that updated. You can find me on Collector. I'll leave it in the description as well, but it's at @TheRealDannyPhantump on Collector. Follow me over there so you can keep track with the progress. We're doing this entire journey together, so this is all about like enjoying things together, having like, this is just, it's going to be crazy, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun so far. I'm really enjoying it. And all the people that I'm meeting, like it's amazing. So huge shout out to my good friend in Germany who decided to reach out to me on Instagram and tell me about this amazing collection that they picked up. I'm glad we could work out a deal. You're the real true hero here for helping me accomplish a lot of these e-reader sets. So I hope you do enjoy the journey. If you do, hit that subscribe button down below. Leave a like, leave a comment. We'll be back tomorrow, Wednesday, with another video. Until next time, guys. Peace.